is then Ilyin, and I'm a senior software engineer and product manager at Songsterr.
Could you say a couple of words? Oh,
Yeah, of course. Songsterr is an online player of guitar tablatures, and tablatures is simplified music notations when you see digits, not numbers, instead of notes. And so basically you sit in front of your laptop or mobile phone with guitar and playing your favorite song. By the way, me and almost all of my colleagues are musicians or some kind of junior musicians.
So they are somehow music related.
Yeah, of course.
Like that gentleman.
So we love what we do.
Okay.
Well, skin in the game. What does it mean? This is a question to everybody. Maybe some ideas?
Yeah. Maybe someone suffered reading this book by that guy. Anyone? No?
Okay. Skin in the game is like a mental position when you bet everything on something. Why does it make any sense? Skin in the game influence on your decision-making process. When you have it, you try to do your best, no matter how hard it will be. Now we complete with the theory, and let's start. Today I'd like to tell you a fun story about how do you feel as an engineer while put your skin on a game. And of course we discuss some technical questions about how to build minimal valuable product from the test and task application. Several months ago, I made a job marketing analysis for my current job. I consider job offerings from Rostov local market, Moscow, St. Petersburg, and finally even Europe and all around the world. And sometimes it was not enough details, and I had to communicate with interviewers. I don't.
How can we call it, like recruitment flirt, or what is the right word? I mean, you communicated with recruiters without any intention to work for their companies.
Yes.
Like, let's call it flirting.
Flirting.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, sometimes I had to communicate with them, and I don't want to pass any interviews, because interview is a hard process. It's like another full-time job. It's okay when you're trying to apply to Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, but if it's not, it's something like, oh, I'm a senior developer, I'm above all of this interview processes, live coding, etc. I had enough of code in the open source, you can look at them and then we will talk. That was my thoughts. Well, but in any good story, there's always a but. I came across a very interesting product. It was EdTech, maybe startup, internalization team with 20 persons. They have interesting notes about how their transparency processes goes in the company, in a hipster Notion app, and of course English language. So there, how their processes looks like. These notes attracted me because I really feel like I wrote them by myself. So I decided to write them and just asking, what's up guys, what's going on here, and whom are they looking for? Well, we've got a great conversation with the guy from this company, and after that they send me a test task. Come on, guys, I don't have any time to do these tasks. I just... But okay, I wonder what's inside, so I take a look. The letter, the following strings from the letter. Yeah.
Like a call.
Yeah, looks like our production is branching into the music business. Music business. Music business. And needs a new website, build it using JavaScript and React. Oh, come on, guys. For 6 years I do this on my current job, and well, it sounds like something very interesting to me. So this were the requirements for this test task. Top 100 from iTunes songs and albums, client-side single-page application, simple responsive design, good user experience, top 100 should be searchable, easy scalable system and architecture tests, and finally surprise us, add random new features that you like.
Sorry, and you were supposed to show 100 titles, right? 100 names.
Yeah, of course. And please do it in 2-3 hours. Well, how do you think? Is it possible? Your ideas?
No.
But why?
3 years of ours.
2-3 years? Yeah, 2-3 years is great, but it's only about hours.
That's Scottish pronunciation.
Okay. I think I've done this for the past 6 years, so I'll do it like a snap of my fingers. Let's try. No. Something went wrong. This is the beginning and the end.
So maybe you didn't finish.
Oh, maybe that's my phone. Oh. Okay. Let's look inside what iTunes or Apple Music API responses has. It's something like title of the track, title of the album, year of release of the album, duration of the tracks, genre of the tracks, the cost of the track, and even 30 seconds
Preview.
Free playing music preview, yeah, something like that. That's definitely look like something similar. And that, it's Yandex Music. So I decide to, okay, let's start with this product. So the first, I take React, take the API response and had this list with songs title, songs names, and songs covers, just like in Yandex Music previous slide. So it's like simple design, simple and responsive. Okay, I'm not a designer, I'm just an engineer. So okay, let's move on. I add some top songs and top albums custom checkbox just because that was the task. Okay, after that I add client searchable bar. It's a bad decision to make client search. The best practices called us to take the server side searching, but it's a testing task, so okay, it's okay. Let's move on. I build a view of detailed information of the tracks just because I can. And what's next? It's just 2 web pages, this and the previous. I don't really think that this is a task for senior developer, isn't it? So, let's dive into a little React details how it's worked. React uses component approach. Component approach is like a tree, is looking like tree. So, for example, I had one component with my search list and the second component with my view of the detailed track. And it's easy when I have some logic, business logic in this component, I just pass it to the parent component, and from the parent goes to the another child component. Okay, it's easy, but they want me to do some easy scalable architecture with some design patterns. Okay, so we need to use state management machine, or maybe not machine. Okay, let it be state management. So the basic state management looks like this square, yeah, square, square with context. So this is the place where all business logic has to be, and after this component, it passes to the child components. So again, it's the easy example. But what we had next, it's like complex example. For example, when we have one search page, then we have a favorite page, then we have another page. So I need to use some state machine, maybe had to use. So I use Storion, and this is like global state of my whole application. Okay, I've got 2 views, maybe one view with search, and 100 of views with the detailed songs. Okay, I've got state management. What's next? Every app had to have routing. I don't have any routing on this from this time, but I want to reload my pages and have and understand what I get in these pages. So like slash albums, slash songs, and slash songs, my fancy song, it's the detailed information of my song. So I use the right top corner is a corner with icons or logos or names of the libraries that I use in my project. It's because you asking me for this. Yeah. So this is not typical and not so popular, but this is a routing library called Wouter from my friend Alexey Takhtarov from Resume.io, and I used it in this project and was very glad to. Okay, we've got a couple of views, routing and state management for this app. What's next? Every routing app has some transitions between the pages, and for this moment I had some blink glitches while I changed the links or URLs in my application, and just to solve this problem we add transitions like this, smooth, fancy transitions. Yeah, it's design, you know. And so I use React Transition library. Basically, I don't want you to use this library because it's very, very not the good library.
I mean, very inconvenient.
Yeah, I just censored my speech. So it's okay for this MVP, but not for a real-world project. Okay, seems like we've had the product that is good and works well. What's next? Oh no, I don't have any landing page because it's it was blank. It was blank. Yeah, it was blank. So I goes to the link landing page of the project that send me this task. I grab this title, I get to the dribble and grab this random music up pictures, and this is my landing page. Yeah, I think now it's the whole project that I can maybe monetize. Monetize, yeah.
How much does the subscribe cost?
Subscribe, yeah.
How many hours ago? Yeah, 3 hours was over.
It's a great question. How many hours do I get here? You know, this is something like every day for 2 hours after my current work for maybe 5 or maybe 6 days. So it's 10, maybe 12, maybe 10, 12 hours. So it's not even 2 hours, like they asking me. Okay, and of course they want the testing. So you know, when you add tests to your application, it's like adding twice more time to cover each case. So okay, I'll do this, and this is not the problem. This is a problem for my time, not for me. It's okay. So after that, I sent this application to the company. I was very glad that I done it and sleep well that night.
Did they at least reply?
Yeah, of course, they replied to me. I think the week passed, time that I sent it, they replied to me. And you know, that was something like, unfortunately, we have decided to not proceed with the application. Many excellent engineers respond to our job opportunity. Ultimately, we have received submissions that were stronger. Submissions that were stronger. That's...
I have no idea what they did.
Unacceptable, unacceptable. It's a joke. So, this is the key idea of my speech. Of course, I was upset, but not that fact that they refused to me, but from the realization that I'm competing from great engineers from all over the world for the whole one position. Yeah. Honestly, it's not the real skin in the game because I'm not losing anything except my time, but that's what I'm called. When I'm so-called skin in the engineering game, when you have to compete with the whole world for the one position, and in the end, you will success.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Questions, anyone? Yes, please. English, Russian, whatever you want.
Скажите, пожалуйста, у вас там были диаграммы обычные, да? Вы не используете в своей работе полный цикл UML диаграмм, в смысле? От бизнес-задачи до конечного класса. Просто у вас там обычные диаграммы были, я поэтому...
So could you express yourself even more by using UML diagrams?
In my current work, sometimes we use UML diagrams just to imagine to me and my colleagues what's going on here. But again, this is a testing app. I think I've already done everything except UML diagrams. But it's an interesting point.
Great. Any more questions? Anyone?
Seriously, do you develop this application after the test? Do you earn money using this?
This application is quite similar with that application that we did in Songsterr, and you can saw this by, I don't know, this video and the final result of my work. there is very little musical project in the IT world, and I don't really know that it was easy to earn some money with them.
Okay, anyone else? Yes, please.
So, any experience received from this test task? Are you going to make it the same way when you will get the next test task for 2 to 3 hours? Will you spend again 5 times more time, or you will do it in a very simple way so you don't waste any extra time and get the most straightforward answer from the recruiter?
There is a very complex question.
Yeah. It will take 12 hours to answer it.
The first part about experience.
Don't remember about UML diagrams in your answer.
Okay, about experience. This is a React testing library, and for that time I don't ever use it, so I don't know how to use it, and I watched the course on the YouTube. The 1 hour course, I just increase the speed by twice and watch it by 30 minutes, and yeah, do the tests for this task, and it boost my experience in testing. For example, the second part of your question about
I can repeat it.
please.
So when you will get the next test task from another company, will you again spend much more time than they ask you to bring them the very best application you can?
You know, the basic strategy is like, if you are not Flunk, I just have open source code and you can watch it. But I understand that this is not the best strategy, except for me. And really nice point here is to improve your skill in the interviewing and passing the interview and passing the technical tasks. I don't know, I'm not. Or when you love some company or want to get into this company, the best strategy is to pass previously 5 or 10 interviews to improve your inner skill. Or
yeah, again, we can call it recruitment flirting because it helps you to be in a good shape.
Yeah, to be in a good shape.
Yeah.
This is the idea.
Yeah, this is the key. Okay. Thank you so much.
Alibek, I think we will surprise you.
By doing
I hope yes. Just one.
Okay.
Okay, a couple of minutes.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see, I'm no good without you. Take my lips,
Just
like whenever you am. Take my arm, I never look back. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How could I go on here without you? You took that part that once warmed my heart so.